All is in readiness. When I open the path, we will be transported instantly to the Waystone outside Pragg.
What's he doing here?
Don't be a fool, dwarf. The fate of the Empire is at stake. Until the Harbinger is found, I'm not letting you out of my sight.
What have your agents told you of the situation in Pragg?
Not all of Prague's citizens were slaughtered when the city fell. Some managed to escape the city and hide in the forest nearby. When the Chaos Army left Pragg to march on the capital, the survivors returned to the ruins to bury their loved ones and try to rebuild what they had lost. But the Kislevites' suffering was far from over. When Asevar Kul was defeated, a champion of Khorne named Uthgrim Redax retreated with his war band back to Pragg. Their arrival took the Kislevites by surprise. A few managed to escape back into the forest, but with winter coming on, it is unlikely they will survive.
Grim tidings indeed. The question is, will they help us?
The Kislevites are a proud, stiff-necked people, and they have little love for outsiders. They won't give us anything without expecting something in return.
If that is the case, so be it. Now, gather round. The winds of magic are shifting, and it is time we made our way to Pragg.
Who in Ursun's name are you? What do you want?
Easy, friend. I'm not looking for trouble. Are you the one in charge?
Who's asking?
Braggy Axebiter is my name. I held the gate at Kislev against the hordes of Asevar Kul.
Is that so? Well, you've come a long way for nothing, dwarf. Take your wizard and your damn witch hunters and go home. There's nothing for you in Pragg. Redax and his warband have seen to that.
Redax is the reason I'm here. I'm hunting a sorceress who calls herself the Harbinger.
What do you want me to do about it? My people are dying. There's no food, no medicine for the injured.
Say no more. I'll go into the ruins and get what you need.
It's no use. Redax's men search the ruins every day. They get to the supplies long before you.
Ha! We'll see about that. You just leave the cultists to me. I'll return with the supplies you need in exchange for information about the Harbinger.
You don't know what you're saying, dwarf. You haven't seen the monsters that are loose in Pragg. But if you're willing to try, far be it from me to stop you. If you can bring us food and healing herbs, then we will talk.
I filled my pack with everything I could find. There should be enough food and medicine here to last you a good while.
Urson's teeth! You gathered all this with Red Axis monsters breathing down your neck? I'm impressed. This is more than I dared hope for. You risk your life for our sake, and that counts for something among my people. I am Leonid Gorchev, and I speak for everyone in this camp when I say I am in your debt. You and your comrades are welcome here. If there is anything you need, speak to our merchant. There are shrines as well, if you seek the blessings of the gods. In the meantime, I must see to my people. Return to me when you are ready, and we will speak more about this sorceress you're hunting for. Back already? You don't waste much time, do you, dwarf?
Not when there's killing to be done. If the Harbinger is in Pragg, I've got to find her.
Othrim Redax and his cultists worship Khorne. The Blood God hates sorcerer.
Where did you learn such a thing?
This is Kislev, witch hunter. We get it with our mother's milk. Every year the Norskins raid us from across the Sea of Claws. Unlike you Southerners, we can't afford to be ignorant of our foes.
Knowledge is the first step on the path to corruption.
This has less to do with sorcery and more to do with power. The Harbinger is searching for a new champion to lead the armies of chaos.
Then she's at the Tower of Skulls. That's Uthgrim's stronghold inside the city.
All right, how do we reach it?
You don't. Not without an army. The tower is built on the ruins of the old citadel, and it's surrounded by monsters.
You don't need an army, you've got me! Come on, man, think! There's got to be a way!
I don't know. Perhaps. Let me think on it. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you.
This is outrageous. We don't have time for this.
Go on, Leonid, let's have it!
When Uthgrim and his warband returned to Pragg, we had no warning. They surrounded our camp in the old town, trapping most of our people inside. One of them was my son, Arcady.
I'm sorry to hear it, friend. But that was more than a month ago. There's no way they could have held out this long.
No, but some of them might have escaped before it was too late. They could be hiding somewhere in the city right now. There was a woman named Galina who was keeping a journal about life in the camp. If an escape were planned, she would have written about it.
That journal could be anywhere.
No. One of Red Axe's men has it. He must have taken it as a trophy after they've overrun the camp. I can tell you where he is, if you could get the journal back. Please. I need to know what happened to my son.
All right, Leonid, all right. I'll see what I can find out.
What's this?
I'm here for the journal. You can hand it over now, or I can take it off your bleeding corpse. What'll it be?
Fool! Come and take it then if you dare.
Come back!
You want a fight? So be it! Blood for the Blood God!
I'll give this to Gorchev. Maybe it'll give him some peace. This is the book you're looking for?
Yes, that's Galina's journal. I'd know it anywhere. Now we'll learn what happened to Arcady and the others. I'm sure of it. I need to find someone who can read this. Thank you. We will speak again soon. It is just as we hoped. Galina's journal says that the survivors were going to try to escape through the sewer tunnels before it was too late.
What about Arkady? Any news?
Galina said he fought the cultists day and night. They killed his mother, you see, when the city fell. He hated them with all his heart. In the end, he and a few others stayed behind to buy time for the rest to get away.
Your son died like a warrior, Leonid. You should be proud.
Don't talk like that. We don't know he's dead. He might have escaped just like the others.
There's no reason to think any of them got away.
Go to the Garden of Ursun. That's where Galina said they were headed. See if, please. I have to know. Arcady. He was all I had left in the world.
More than you know, Leonid. More than you know. Gorchef was right. Some of his people did make it out. They were here for quite a while until the cultists caught up with them. I'd best look around. Maybe Galena left something behind that I can take back to Leonid. I must return to the... You're right, Leonid. Galena and a few others escaped and took refuge in Urson's garden. It looked like they'd been there for nearly a month before the cultists caught up with them.
Oh no.
There were some papers hidden behind the altar stone. A record of their final days, I suppose. Perhaps...
What about Arcady? Was he...
No, there weren't many bodies at all. The cultists must have carried them off.
I have nothing left now. Red Axe and his monsters have taken everything. My home, my wife. Now they owe me a debt of blood. And by Urson, they will pay it. I will find someone to read the papers for me. Perhaps Arcady is mentioned in them. Thank you. We will speak again soon. Galena's papers tell a grim tale. After Arcady and his comrades sacrificed themselves, the others reached the Garden of Urson and barricaded themselves within. They hid there for weeks. When the food ran out, they crept out at night to search the ruins for supplies. Perhaps that's how the cultists found them. They attacked without warning, throwing themselves against the barricades again and again. Galena and the others fought back with everything they had, and for days the defenses held. But then a new enemy appeared. A faceless savage the cultists called the Bloodborne. It was he who broke through the barricades and desecrated Urson's sacred cave.
A grim tale, friend. Your people fought well, but could not escape their fate. There was nothing you could do.
But now there is. Now we can avenge them. I know where the Bloodborne's camp is. We saw it while searching for supplies just a few days before you arrived.
You want to attack the camp?
I must. They must pay for what they've done. With your help, we can take them by surprise and slaughter them.
Ha! That's a spirit! Let's go!
Look here. A gift of flesh from Almighty Corn. Kill the weak and save the rest for the fighting pits. Blood for the blood god!
Where is he? Where is the Bloodborne?
He's not here!
Impossible. This is his camp. He's got to be hiding somewhere.
A corn berserker hiding from battle. Don't be a fool, Gorchev.
One of the cultists said something about fighting pits. What was he talking about?
They built them in the ruins near the merchant's quarter. Men die there every day for the glory of the blood god.
Men provided by the Bloodborne and his war band.
Then that is where you must strike next. Hunt this monster down and destroy him wherever he hides. Do this, and I will be forever in your debt. It's time to go, Dwarf. You must strike now, before the Bloodborne realizes you've raided his camp.
I do not like this. We have no idea what might be waiting for us at the fighting pits.
Bah! If I move quickly, I'll have the element of surprise. That's all I need.
The situation might be more complicated than either of you realize. Pragg, you said there were fewer bodies at the Garden of Urson than there should have been.
Grimnir's beard, the Bloodborne, didn't kill them. He took them to the fighting pits instead.
That was weeks ago. The cultist would have killed them by now.
But I should search the cages anyway, just in case. Right, Leonid?
What's the point? You want to make a difference? Kill the Bloodborne. Nothing else matters.
Impudent worm! Only the mightiest warriors are worthy to enter Khorne's sacred arena! You will pay for your insolence in blood!
Help us, please. Please, before it's too late.
Grimnir's bones! Teclis was right! I've got to get these humans out of here!
Urson's blessings upon you. We owe you our lives. Thank you, stranger. Thank you.
Save your breath for running, you fools! Get out of here!
This worm seeks to deny us our sport. Tear his flesh, crush his bones, blood for the blood god!
Well, is he dead?
No, he's not dead. Disappeared while I was busy killing his men. Sorriest excuse for a death trap I've ever seen. We got your people out of there at least, so it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Why should it matter? Red Axe still rules Pragg. The Bloodborne and his minions will keep hunting for victims to fill the fighting pits. As long as they live, all we can do is suffer. Blood...
Do not let your hatred consume you, lest you become a servant of Khorne yourself.
How dare you? You think me no different than some murdering barbarian? A monster that bathes in blood and worships demons?
Better men than you have sworn themselves to chaos, Leonid Gorchev. Remember that.
It is an offense against the gods to harm a guest in one's home. Leave me, before I do something I might later regret. I've spoken with the survivors you rescued. You should hear the stories they tell. They were starved, tortured, made to fight in the pits. The Bloodborne thought he could corrupt them. We should have killed that monster when we had the chance.
Then your people would still be in cages. Where is the justice in that?
Don't talk to me about justice, Elf. I want justice for my wife and son. I want the Bloodborne's head on a spike. And Pragg here is going to get it for me.
Done!
You're mad, Gorchev. Listen to yourself.
What if I am? You want my help to get Red Axe? You want me to help you save your precious empire? Then bring me the Bloodborne's head.
You're both fools. Attacking the fighting pits again would be suicide.
There is another way. I know how we can draw the Bloodborne out and deal with him alone.
How?
There is a part of the city near the fighting pits where the Bloodborne has piled the skulls of his victims as offerings to Khorne. If you were to destroy them, he would have to challenge you himself, or suffer the wrath of his god.
Why didn't you say so before? You'll have his skull before sundown, or I'm no slayer.
You were lucky to escape me last time, weakling. Now you will pay for what you've done. Blood for the Blood God!
Well, is it done?
I'm here, aren't I? Got his head, just like you asked.
Show me. I want to see the monster's face for myself. Oh, no. This can't be. You've made a mistake, Pragg. A terrible, terrible mistake.
What in Grimnir's name are you talking about? You wanted his head? There it is!
It can't be. That's Arcady. That's my son.
What?
Isn't it obvious? Red Axe's men captured him and took him to the fighting pits. There, his bloodlust consumed him, and he became a servant of Khorne.
You see, Leonid Gorchev, even those who have the most reason to hate the Chaos Gods can still fall under their sway. Beware, lest you suffer the same fate.
Enough, for pity's sake. You've said your piece. Now leave me to my grief.